Hyperion Book 2. Hyperion glides and slides in the air as he descends to the earth. At the same moment, Tyr and Saturn arrive where the other defeated Titans have taken refuge. The hiding place is a cave where light does not penetrate. They could not even hear their sorrowful sounds because of the roaring waterfalls which pours water, and they do not know where they are. Some of the Titans or gods or goddesses are imprisoned where they are tortured. The captives include Coes, Gyges, Briareus, Typhon, Dolor, Porphyrion, while others wander about aimlessly in the world. The wandering Titans include Mnemosyne, goddess of memory, Phoebe, daughter of the moon goddess, and many others roam about, while those who have stayed in the cave include Creus, Lepetus, Cotus, Caph, Enceladus, Focus, Oceanus, Thetis, Clymene, Trithnis, and Ops. We also have Asia, the daughter of the mountain god Caph by his union with Telus. All the deities gather there in their miserable state because of their dethronement from their respective high positions of authority in the universe. When Saturn arrives at the place, he feels more sad as a god who had once wielded supreme authority in the universe to experience such distressing emotions of rage, fear, and anxiety, remorse, and anger. He also experiences a feeling of despair, and it seems like fate has robbed him of his divine powers and infected him with the weaknesses or infirmities of human beings. As he walks among the other gods, Saturn could have collapsed due to emotions, but his eyes meet with that of Enceladus, of whose exceptional strength and might he is fully aware of. This serves as an invigoration, inspiration, and that strengthens him to take courage. At this utterance, some of them stand on their feet, while others shout, weep, and bow in reverence to Saturn. Saturn now has mastery of his emotion and speaks in a confident manner. He addresses his fellow gods and does not say the reason why they should be dejected. He does not see any reason, even in the book of wisdom, which he keeps close to himself, why they should lose hope. They are potent to show that Titans have been doomed. Therefore, seeing them in this dejected mood makes it difficult to address them because he does not know what to say. If he asks them to rise up and fight, they will groan because they are not in the mood to fight. If he asks them to cring or prostrate to their conqueror Jove, they will also groan because they will hurt their self-esteem. He asks his brother gods to tell him what to do and how can they take revenge upon the rebellious gods who have won a victory over them. He wants Oceanus to give him advice because he is a good thinker. After Saturn ends his address, Oceanus answers him thus. What he has to say is a source of comfort provided they can find comfort in what is true. The truth of the matter is that they have not been defeated by the might of Jove, but in accordance to the law of nature. We fall by cause of nature law, not force of thunder or of Jove. It makes Saturn to understand that he has been accustomed to wield unlimited power over the universe and has means to understand minute things, trivialities, which lesser minds can easily understand. He makes him to understand that he is not the beginning, neither will he be the end. Thou art not the beginning, nor the end. They had all acquired their position after the original chaos, and the primeval darkness had been conquered. And just as they are fairer than that chaos and that darkness which they conquered, so too those who have conquered them and become the rulers of the universe are fairer than they are. On their heels, there is a fresh perfection, a power more stronger, in beauty, a power that has been born from them, but destined to suppress them, just as they had surpassed the original chaos and the primeval darkness. Therefore, in their hills. Besides, it is not a matter of conquest, because they have not been conquered by Jove and his companions, just as they did not by any means conquer the chaos and darkness. It is simply a question of progress, which proceeds inevitably according to the law of nature. They should not resent having been superseded, just as the dull soil does not resent the existence of the grand forest which it has nourished. In the same way, the tree does not resent the dove that sits on its branches and sings. They have begotten those who have taken their places as the rulers in the course of time. They too will be ousted by another race, because the law of nature states that first in beauty should be first in authority. Oceanus had been succeeded in his throne by another god, Neptune, but he is not resentful of him, because he is far more impressive in his appearance and more handsome than he was. He had to bid farewell to his empire in order to make way for him to rule, even though it was sad to relinquish authority. Oceanus wants Satyrs to understand the principle of force behind their dethronement and draw comfort from it. None of the gods says a word in response to Oceanus' speech or sermon. The only person who speaks is the goddess Clymene, who wants to share an experience that she had gone through in the forest, and which had convinced her that the gods who now rule them are superior to their predecessors. She says, while singing and playing on a musical instrument on the seashore, she suddenly becomes conscious of the magic influence which seemed to come from an island opposite. She throws her musical instrument and starts listening to the music which emanates from the same direction. The music which she hears consists of a succession of melodious sounds which fall upon her ears, one after the other, like pearl beads dropping from their string. She has never heard music such sweet before, and it has made her sick with simultaneous feelings of joy and grief. She is filled with joy because the music is rapturous, and she feels sad because the music is superior to any music that she could have produced or played. The feeling of grief seems stronger than that of joy, and she drops her ears from listening to the music before she flees from the area. But a stronger voice, sweeter than all music, follows her crying. What she means here is that the music that fascinated her has been produced or comes from Apollo, who belongs to the race of the new rulers, and therefore who are more beautiful than she is, and produce beautiful music. Consequently, new race produces better music than that produced by the Titans. While Oceanus and Clymene try to convince the defeated Titans about the law of nature and beauty, they want the defeated gods to reconcile themselves to their present state. Enceladus, the giant, is full of rage with what the two speakers have said. His regard to the dethronement of the Titan is an unbearable humiliation, and suggests that the Titans should not give way to despair. Instead, they should make a vigorous effort to regain their lost kingdoms. He will tell the Titans how to destroy the power of Jove and become once more again the proud rulers of the real realms. He cannot forget the days of peace and tranquility which he had enjoyed during the period of the reign of the Titan, and wants these days to return. Enceladus says one of the Titans, Hyperion, has not been defeated yet, so even the defeated Titans can still hope to regain their lost kingdoms. All the other Titans fix their gaze on Enceladus at the mention of Hyperion's name, and he is happy that his words have produced a desired effect. He can see the change of mood on their faces. As Enceladus finishes, just then Hyperion, who had been persuaded by his father, Uranus, to go down to the earth, meets the defeated Titans, arrives. When he alights on the rock near the cave where the defeated Titans have been hiding and holding their conference, his radiance fills the atmosphere. Every gulf, every chasm, every height, every depth looks bright with the radiance shed by Hyperion. Hyperion looks at the assembled Titans and notes their wretchedness of the dethroned god contrasted to him. They all look miserable and dejected. Hyperion is not a joyous mood because of the sight of the defeated and miserable gods, which makes him feel depressed. 4 of the Titans, including Enceladus, get up and advance to greet Hyperion, and they shout the name of Saturn. Hyperion answers from a mountain peak while Saturn sits near the mother of all gods, whose face shows no joy on account of the sad fate which had overtaken her progeny. Saturn's arrival exposes the level of desolation and misery that characterizes the defeated camp. Some Red Titans are imprisoned and tortured, while others are hiding in caves. They have been used to wielding power, and they feel very bad for them to lose their power and their divine qualities. But very significant is Oceanus' response, whose whole high opinion to pay attention, consequently, begins must come to an end. Nature cannot last forever, and to console a bunch of defeated Titans, Oceanus comforts them that their dethronement is orchestrated by nature and not by Jove's might. Therefore, in the same way that they had dethroned chaos and darkness, in the same way they have been dethroned by Jove, and Jove will be dethroned by another race. The Olympians must therefore understand that life is a succession and nothing lasts forever. Above all, those who have dethroned them are their offsprings. Clymene's testimony of her music only echoes Oceanus' point of view because the music that she listens to is sweeter than that which she produces. This is a clear sign that Apollo's race is more beautiful than that of the Titans and can produce beautiful music which is more pleasurable. The feeling of humiliation and refusal to accept defeat from Enceladus is comprehensible, as the song gives Clymene joy, yet grief at the same time. His desire is for the Titans to take revenge on Jove and get back their lost kingdoms. He has nostalgia for the moment when the Titans were in command because there was peace and tranquility. The mention of Hyperion, who has still control over his kingdom, brings hope, and his sudden appearance lightens the atmosphere. Hyperion is depressed by the wretchedness of his brothers, which is a sign of genuine love. Above all, the mother of the god is not happy with the sad state which has befallen her offspring. Her feelings are genuine and understandable because of the misery of the whole race that is now dominated by the Olympian gods.